Example.
Can you see what that sign says? Is it the entrance?
No, it says exit.
Well, we've got to park somewhere.
Don't worry. I think that's the way in over there.
Thank goodness.
Question 1.
James, I am sorry, but I can't go to the cinema tonight.
Oh dear. Why's that?
I forgot that I've got to meet the directors at 6:30. I don't think I'll leave the office before 7:30, and the film starts at 8.
Never mind. We'll go another night.
Question 2.
Where did you say you were moving to, Natalie?
Nowhere. I'm staying in Dublin, but head office is moving to Belfast.
Belfast? But isn't your company opening a new store in Cork?
Yes, but they've decided to make Belfast the administrative centre because we already have an office there.
Question 3.
Yes, sir. Can I help you?
You have some information for me? I heard an announcement, I think.
Are you Herr Frank, flying to Munich this afternoon?
Yes, I am.
And have you checked in?
Of course. My flight leaves very soon.
Good. You must go to Gate 17 immediately.
Oh, which way is that?
It's over there, sir.
Question 4.
Have you seen Mr. Fleming, Carl? There's a call from the production line for him.
I think he's gone for lunch. He'll be back in an hour.
Oh dear. There's a problem with the car doors. They want him to come over. It's urgent.
Don't worry, I'll tell him. I'm going over to the canteen now.
Question 5.
So, how is steel production at the moment?
Well, things are improving. Since April, we've seen output increase from 30 to 60,000 tonnes. That's good compared with 2002.
Yes. At the end of last year, it was down to 20,000 tonnes, wasn't it?
Question 6.
And now to the currency report. The euro is looking stronger again. In fact, some experts are saying we could see $1 equal to €1 by the end of the year. But for the moment, the exchange rate is up from 0.93 at the end of trading yesterday to 0.97 today. Of course, anything could happen tomorrow. Meanwhile, sterling is weakening against the dollar. The pound is now worth...
Question 7.
Hello, Spall's Printing Services.
Hi there. Yes, it's about the computer you left with us. We've had it thoroughly checked over, and it's ready for you to collect.
Do you mean the flat-screen monitor?
Sorry, madam. You're quite right. I was looking at the wrong printout. Yes, it's ready for you.
Great. I'll come over for it this afternoon.
Question 8.
Am I through to Mr. Firth?
No, madam. It's the operator speaking.
Oh, dear. I want to speak to someone who knows about a damaged parcel I received.
That'll be customer services.
Is Mr. Firth the manager?
No, madam, but I'm sure there'll be someone there to help you.
All right, then.
John, can I go through the interview programme with you?
Of course, Irina. There are 7 of them, aren't there?
Not now. One's dropped out.
6 then, fine. When are they arriving?
9:15 in reception, so be there by 9 at the latest.
OK. Then what?
Interviews begin at 10, after coffee in the boardroom. I expect to spend about 20 minutes with each of them, so I should be through by 12.
What about the tests?
In the boardroom. As they come out of their interviews, I want you to take them to Nina. She'll sort them out.
Who's Nina?
Nina Conti, my new assistant. Haven't you met her yet?
Nina who?
Conti. C-O-N-T-I. She's Italian.
Great. Look forward to meeting her.
Then there's lunch. That'll be in the canteen between 1 and 2:30. Give the chef a ring at 12:30 to remind him you're coming.
OK. Is Nina coming for lunch?
John!
Sorry.
Finally, make sure you pay them their travelling expenses. I know one person had to pay over £100 for a rail ticket. Use petty cash. I've already had a word with accounts about it.
How much will I need?
£300 should cover it, but make sure they sign for everything and collect the receipts.
No problem, boss.
My family has been in agriculture since the 1920s. Being a farmer is a hard life, but I loved it. Anyway, I was getting older, and my son was studying to be a doctor, and my daughter wasn't interested in taking over the farm. So I started Agriproducts in 1994, after nearly 20 years working on the land. I knew how difficult it was to market products successfully. My company buys directly from farmers and markets and sells everything for them. We help them decide what to grow and find out if there is a market for it, or if we can create a market for it. I didn't know much about dairy products, so in the first 5 years we concentrated on finding markets for meat and animal feeds. My first location was in the middle of the countryside. We had plenty of space. Land was still cheap. I had the time and the money to build things up slowly. The only major disadvantage was we were not very near to airports or railways. However, we were only 30 miles from the motorway. But in 2001, we moved to a large site just outside London. That was when we started to export our products overseas. In fact, the first country we exported to was Spain. By the end of the year, we were exporting 1,000 tons of feed, and that grew to 2,000 in 2002. Since then, we've established markets in Germany, Portugal and Italy. Our next major project is to create a new market for high-quality organic fruit and vegetables. It may seem strange for a UK company to be exporting things like that to southern Europe, but although their oranges are great, I think our apples are better. Still, we're going to concentrate on the home market first and test the water. Growing organically is very trendy, but it is definitely more expensive.
I first met Sharon when she was giving me a manicure. While she was making a very good job of my nails, she was also chatting away to me. As she smiled and talked, I noticed that she was also looking round the salon and, from time to time, speaking to the receptionist or looking to see what the other beauticians were doing. I realised that she was the manager, and from what I could see, a very good manager. Someone who was able to do 10 things at once and still appear cheerful and calm. Sharon, I've invited you here today to find out how you do it.
Thank you, Karen. I'm pleased to be here. Yes, I do think I'm a good manager, but I think that's for 2 reasons, really. First of all, I like people, and I like being with people. And secondly, I like to know how people are getting on together. I watch everybody all the time. I don't think they realise it because I don't make a big thing of it. I just keep my eyes and ears open.
And how did you get to be a manager?
Well, it wasn't what I wanted to be. I was working as a manicurist in a small salon in a department store. It helped pay for my secretarial course that I was doing in the evenings. My manager was off sick for a few months, and when she decided not to come back, the directors asked me to take over. It was more money, so I agreed.
You must have been good. But what you're doing now is a bit different. You manage the salon for your husband, do you?
Well, he put some money into it, and he does the accounts. But the salon is in my name. In fact, most of the money was left to me by my father.
So, how long have you been open?
We bought the premises 18 months ago. It was February and freezing cold. We were due to open in January, but we had a fire in the basement. We opened properly in April, so it's been about 6 months.
And it's going well?
Incredibly well. I've taken on 3 assistants, so there's 5 of us now, including the receptionist, and it looks like we are going to expand even further. I think we'll need 2 more staff by Christmas. We have a lot of regular clients, and that's very important in this line of business. You need to have good relationships with your customers. They like to feel comfortable and that you know all about them.
Why is that?
I think it's because it's a very personal service. I mean, we see our customers when they are not looking their best. You know, they come in thinking they look terrible. They need to know you will be kind and say the right thing, and make them feel okay about spending time and money on themselves too.
So, in a way, what you're doing is a bit like going to see a doctor.
Well, yes, in a way. I can make them feel better because they look better. I think I have time to give them, though. If they come in for a facial or a massage, that's at least an hour. And they like to talk about their problems. Sometimes you get their whole life stories. Of course, all I do is listen.